What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Episode 4.
episode 4.
Today we're going to talk about stuff from the 2000s, 99, maybe a little earlier. We'll see where the side quests take us. You can see our lovely display of consoles. We didn't have enough room for all of them, but whatever.
Yeah, these are mainly which ones we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's more. They'll be for more episodes, but
The 360 is supposed to fit in today, but there's no room for it, so
Right.
I didn't want it to look like a cluster. So
nice. All right.
there's your first.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do have some about the 360, so, but you guys know what it looks like. It's okay.
Yeah.
And if you forget, I'll probably pop up an image of it later. So, hope all you are doing good. Thanks for joining us. As Dan said, we're going to kind of fast forward in time a little bit, although at this time it's pretty long ago now.
Yeah.
So,
So, I don't know. Do you want to start this time, or do you want me to start? Because I got something I want to share, but I can show it later. Or
share it now.
well, it's kind of
Let's do
like
it.
the recent pickups. We can kind of do that first, I guess.
Sure. Let's do recent pickups.
So was it the last episode? No, it was okay. Whatever. I think it was the second episode. I mentioned having a TurboGrafx as a kid, trading a Game Boy. Probably both episodes, and I used to have about 50 games or so for it, and crap happens. I had to sell it, and I swore I would never get one again. And then I'm 45, probably a midlife crisis or something. I really missed having one. So the other day, picked one up. Buddy on a TurboGrafx group. His name's Michael. Lives here in Maricopa, actually. He hooked me up with this. It was a good price. Came with a couple games, Keith Courage and baseball. So part of my childhood here, and then eBay, of course. I had to get Tailspin because that was one of the ones that I had in the trade for the Game Boy deal as a kid. So good stuff. Plan on getting my collection back and then some. So that was my pickup for the week.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He actually let me play a little bit of it today. He's got that card with like every game on it, every North American release, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Found this at a local game shop for legal purposes. I probably shouldn't mention, because whatever. It's a backup card, but it's got a lot
Nobody
of cool
cares.
stuff on it. Who knows, man? Just covering my bases.
Got the hookup.
Yeah.
What game did you have me play earlier? What was it? The
it's-
Zelda ripoff?
It's called Newtopia.
Newtopia 2.
It's a good game,
right?
though.
Part
Yeah, the
2.
second one. The first one that's on there was in French, so I didn't know if you'd be able to play that right, or
Yeah.
not. So,
Well, what I noticed right away was just the controller was super light.
yeah.
Super light. I was like, wow, it's crazy. And, it had the old school feel like a NES controller, but a bit more comfortable, I would say, than the E NES.
I know we were going to talk about 2000s, and this was 1989, so
Yeah. Yeah.
but it felt appropriate because
Well, that's why we're bringing it up at the beginning.
go in order.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you get? You got a little
Chronological.
stack here.
Yeah. So, recent pickups here. Not too many, but I got 3 games. So the first one here is from Limited Run.
I was going to say
Felix
that
the
was a
Cat.
couple months ago, and they finally shipped it, right?
Yeah, it took a while, and I actually did get to play it.
That's a NES game. I think it's on the Game Boy as well.
Yeah, and see, I actually played it. It's open.
We don't keep our games sealed, kids.
Yeah.
Well, with the exception of the Nintendo, whatever that called
Oh yeah,
Player Championship.
I would say. Sorry, that game. Yeah, I mean, I have it on display. I haven't actually popped that in because I don't want to take it out of the box.
Right, because the first one's worth like thousands.
Yeah. So, Felix the Cat is like a mix between Kirby and Mario. It's even some of the characters look very Kirby-ish. So I don't know.
It's like a platformer game. Super fun.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I've never seen it. I don't think I have the original Felix yet. So
Really?
I might. I'll
Probably
look.
check your app.
Yeah, I'll check my app later. But cool game. So, and then of course, kind of
Relative to the last episode.
relative to the last episode, 1 through 6, Final Fantasy.
You got me that for my birthday last year, too.
Yes. So we both got this, and it's cool that they kind of put in one little package, for us fanboys of Final
Definitely.
Fantasy. So 1 through 6 right here, very cool. And then
It's funny because right after we filmed the last episode, you found the next game that you're going to show, and it was kind of like good timing on that one.
right, Might and Magic.
3.
Yep. Well, Might and Magic. Yeah, Secret of the Inner Sanctum. Actually,
Was that not 3? Oh, I guess not.
no,
Because
it just
3 was on the NES as well. So
yeah, and
I got
this,
that mixed up on the last episode.
Yeah, and this was made by or with Sammy. I know Sammy games, some of them.
American Sammy.
Yeah.
They did a few games for NES and Super Nintendo.
Yeah, so this one comes with the booklet, kind of cool.
It's one of those games like
Has a
Bard's
map.
Tale with the screen on the left and like a not point and click, but it's like you push forward and then move
Screen by screen,
Yeah, screen by
basically.
screen. Thank you.
RPG for sure. I mean, Might and Magic. There's a lot of them. I actually never even heard of this one ever. So I just saw it, and I know that I didn't have it for my collection, so I bought it. I can't tell you how much for at this point, because although this is in the recent pickup category, it was a little bit ago, and I don't remember, and there's no price on it, but it wasn't totally expensive either, but it wasn't really cheap. So, I mean, what is it, like a mid-level price?
Like 100, maybe
NES.
50, $100.
Something like that. So, yeah. Speaking of systems here, those are recent pickups. Actually,
I can find out for you right now.
okay, yeah, let's check it out. And then also just trying to see, which system you kind of want to talk about first, since we're doing early 2000s on. And which, funny enough, that was kind of a period in my life where I didn't really play that many games. I was kind of growing up and just moving here to Arizona from Texas, from El Paso.
Really?
Yeah, I have my Chico's Taco shirt right here to represent.
Oh, wow. So it's the value on it is around 112 to 150 with the manual.
I definitely didn't buy it for that much,
No,
so that's good. I got a
think it
deal.
was like 75. Is what
Yeah,
you paid for, somewhere
something
around
like
there,
that. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, during that time period, just kind of moving my life after college. I only went, for 2 years. I got my associates and kind of pursued other endeavors, mainly music, just to give it a shot. But I never quit my day job, that's for sure. But I still
We wanted to.
Yeah, we wanted to, but it's hard, and some things just don't pan out. But I don't regret any of it. Actually, it was good times, and we're
still doing it.
We still do music to this day. So, yeah. So, moved here.
we could. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Well, moved here. I remember one of the systems I bought when I first moved here was GameCube, because
Okay.
it came out 2001,
You're
around
gonna
there.
quiz me today, aren't you?
I think it was around that time, and I just got the regular. You have a silver one here, which is cool. This is Dan's.
So yeah, I ended up with the the purple one was the one that I had on day one. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
I think I just got the black one. That was the normal one, right?
I think it was just the first two colors were black and indigo.
Oh, okay.
Or I think indigo's purple. I don't know. I'm colorblind, so
You have to be special and get the other one.
I just got whatever they gave me because I waited in line at midnight for the night release at Walmart.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my now ex, but the girl I was with at the time dropped me off at Walmart at like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like third in line. So I was like, yeah, I'm getting a GameCube.
You're all camping. You're all, yeah. That's cool.
I'm a Nintendo fanboy. What can I say?
That's cool.
So
So yeah, well, we're on GameCube. Do you want to continue with GameCube first and then go with the other ones?
We might as well. I mean,
because that's the one I remember when I moved to Arizona.
what did you get with it?
I bought it.
Do you remember like the game that you had with it?
So it was, well, I actually, wait a minute.
Was it?
I had it already. That was my bad.
Okay, that's fine.
But I bought it shortly before I moved.
We do this stuff off the cuff, guys. So
well, I remember because we talked about Quest. Oh, but that was 64.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. No, I did buy it here. And I remember one of the first games was, of course, Wind Waker. Because I think that came out. When did that come out?
It was a little bit later. I think.
Okay.
The
So what came with it? Because I had it. Whatever it came with. It was...
the first two games that I remember picking up were on day one were Luigi's Mansion and Tony Hawk 3.
See, and I didn't have any of those.
I think there was a couple others, like Wave Race, if I'm not mistaken.
Did it come with a game or no?
No. I don't remember the
okay.
launch titles.
That's why.
But Wind Waker, I do believe, was later that year or the year after, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I was looking through my GameCube collection. I don't have much because I've played them on ROMs and emulators and stuff. So the ones I have now are basically like, you talked about Metroid Prime.
That was a whole sole purpose for me getting the GameCube.
Right.
But it didn't come out till way later.
Because as you remember, last episode, we mentioned that he's playing Prime Remastered right now. I haven't played that one.
Not
I
the
played
final boss.
Yeah, I played the original, and that was the first 3D Metroid, right? Or first person.
Yeah.
You're in her helmet.
It was so weird getting used to that after growing up with Super Metroid and
I gotta say, I kind
regular
of
Metroid.
I kind of had my doubts about it because I'm like, they're just doing this with every game. Let's see how it is.
It reminded me of Halo, actually, but more adventure-ish.
Right. And he's a big Metroid fan. I mean, he loves Metroid. So kind of like I love Mega Man.
Just infatuated with how badass that game was when it first came out for Nintendo. Even though I didn't know what the heck to do, it was just like,
right.
I don't know, just being lost on a planet looking for stuff, and it was good. The story's good too.
Yeah, I played Four Swords on there, which was kind of weird for me too. Speaking of that, because I'm like, it's not really a Zelda game. It is, but it was way different. I did like it after a while, though.
Yeah.
And obviously...
the puzzles were actually kind of fun for...
Yeah, and it was hard to get, 3 other people to play with you, because I only always had, maybe 1 or 2 others max that would want to play with me at that game, so I only had the experience of having 4 players at once a few times on that, but it was fun because you kind of work together and solve the puzzles and things, which I guess later on, it was... one of those memorable games for that series. But
this is gonna sound really sad, but I played it with my cat. Seriously, no. Every time I would turn that game on, he would come running, and he would literally, well, not on this, but my old entertainment center, he would sit right in front of the TV and bat at Link.
Nice,
because you could switch between the different colors or whatever.
That's right.
I don't know why he was so drawn to that game, because. Yeah. That was the only game that cat would ever hang out with me, and so I would play that just to have him come hang out. It's just
he liked it for some reason.
It was a weird memory, but yeah, I never played it with anyone else either, so I just had to bring up the cat because I was like, oh yeah,
yeah. And since we're on Zelda, we'll get that out of the way. But it's like the Twilight Princess, right?
My favorite Zelda game, other than Wind Waker and Link to the Past.
Yep, and
I love those 3.
I also have the collector's edition, which is worth kind of a pretty penny now. The
GameCube one?
Yeah, I didn't realize that because I have the original one, and I saw it the other day, and I'm like, dang, that's kind of up there.
There was the Master Collection with the 64, and then the Master Quest.
Yeah.
So it was Ocarina of Time, and then it was Ocarina of Time Master Quest. That was the first collector's edition, and then they came out with a promotional disc that had Zelda 1 on it.
Yeah, and didn't one of them have it had Majora's Mask, I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it had Majora's Mask on it.
I only have so much memory up here, kids.
Yeah, get those Brady Bunch people out of there and make some room. So I have that, the collector's edition. Of course, you probably got it too. One of the first games, or maybe
I used to.
Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh yeah, no, I
So,
have that still.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
Yeah, and these are the typical ones that people play, guys. I mean, honestly, when I was younger, now I look for those more obscure games and not as popular games. Before, I kind of went to the more popular ones. I say, oh, I got to play that because that's all I hear about, or,
Super Mario Sunshine was another really fantastic game. That one.
I played that later.
Okay.
And that was
the big
fun.
Mario game for that system.
Yeah. I guess you can consider it the first Splatoon kind of, because it dealt with like
Kinda, yeah.
paint and it was.
That was re-released last year, the year before, on the 3D All-Stars for the Switch.
That's right. That's where I played it.
Okay.
And
you never played it on the GameCube?
I never played on the GameCube.
Huh.
But do have a funny story about Wind Waker, and I've told you before. We were, like I said, it was one of the. I was here about maybe 2 years, 3 years, but me and a couple buddies. I was still in another band, Nevis, and we were at an apartment, and I had Wind Waker. I was just playing that almost every day. And one of my roommates, so back then I had everything saved on, a memory card.
Yeah.
And, back then, I mean, you don't care.
These things, kids.
There you go.
They don't exist anymore.
Those things, okay.
I knew I had one around here somewhere.
Yeah. This thing was sitting on the floor. That's just where we put it. And then one of my roommates, Joe, he was talking to me or something. Wasn't his fault. He's like, blah, 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 something.
Oh, no.
I forget what the conversation was about. And he stepped back while I was playing. And he kicked it just a little bit with the back of his foot or his shoe. And the system just it reset or just started flashing. I'm like, oh, man, what the heck?
And you hadn't saved it in a while, did you?
I wasn't worried about it because I saved it all the time.
Oh, good.
I was like,
Okay,
all right,
good.
cool. But
Oh.
when I went to turn it on, apparently just that little kick corrupted the memory card somehow.
Oh, crap. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and it just,
Dang.
I never got my game back. Just a little jiggle or jolt. You techies out there, you can explain that to me if you want to put that in the comments, how that's possible. But it happened. I was like, what the heck, dude?
It could have been almost like a surge.
Right. Something.
Yeah.
The whole game was gone. My whole save data, I had to start all over again. That sucked.
Sucks. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my story about that. But
I actually didn't beat it until I got it for the Wii U, the HD version.
oh,
Like you, something similar happened with my save data on my GameCube as well.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember how I lost my data, but I remember being really far in it, and then something happened to it to where it was gone. Same thing with Twilight Princess on the GameCube. I think I got all the way to the Temple of Time, and then somehow I lost my game from the GameCube.
ouch.
So I didn't actually finish Twilight until the Wii.
Wow.
But
And it always
still
sucks.
love that game.
It always sucks on those really long games, that
Oh
you
no,
put
I beat it on the Wii U. Sorry.
yeah. Now, I mean, you play games and it auto saves.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to worry about it. Or it's on some cloud somewhere or something. You're cool, Back then, you kick the damn memory card and your whole game's gone.
Or an old hard drive or something.
Yeah.
The magnetic thing just bounces just right and you lose all your crap.
Right. All those hours just wasted. And then later on in that same apartment, we got robbed. But anyway.
Or the NES, if you didn't hold reset and power, it could. I think that's probably what happened with your GameCube. It's just something similar to that,
Yeah, something.
just-
But
zaps it. Some honorable mentions for the GameCube. Wario World 4. That was a really fun, underrated game, in
Never
my
played that.
opinion. And then, of course, the Mario parties are really fun, especially with multiple people. I loved the fourth and the fifth one. Those were
Yeah.
my favorite Mario parties. And then it wasn't until 8 on the Wii
Right.
that I didn't care for 6 and 7, but Don't insert that stupid ass joke in this video either, by the way. Anyways, so 8 was really good too. But
Which joke?
The 6-7 joke.
Oh gosh.
And then we already mentioned Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and there's actually a lot of pretty decent games on the GameCube as well, but those are some honorable mentions for me for sure.
Yeah. And like I said, guys, this was a time in my life where I was in my early 20s. I was like trying to live, right? And figure out how to pay rent and bills.
You left the roost.
Yeah, so, video games kind of took a back seat for a bit, naturally. And all you younger viewers out there, I mean, you probably went through it or going through it, now maybe. So
Your job and girls.
Yep, girls, bills,
Music.
life. Yeah, for us, yeah. I mean, we were trying the music thing and all that as well.
Partying.
Yeah, a little too much partying for me.
Same.
But I'm glad I survived through those years, and I'm here to
I'm glad I got it out of the way early, actually.
tell the story. Yeah, you were crazier than me, actually.
We won't go into those details.
But anyway,
So-
side quest.
So around that same time, or actually, we'll back it up like 2 years. Did you get a Dreamcast when it came out, or did you know anybody, like a buddy or whatever? Or
So this is the thing. I didn't know the Dreamcast. You know me about Sega. I was like, Genesis, me, right? So I didn't really pay attention to Sega, although I love their arcade games. They make the best arcade games, and they still do. Although a little different, they're catered to younger kids now and stuff.
it was
But
99, so it
Yeah.
was before you moved out, because you said you moved out around 2001 or 2000 or so.
So I got here in 01 when 9/11 happened.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that
It
was
was a weird time.
Yeah, I barely moved here and that happened. So that I remember our old singer, Ralph, he wakes me up and he's like, "Get up, foo, get up." And I'm like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, probably hungover, I think. He's like, "We're being attacked, foo." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "They're
Was he
attacking
high?
New York." No, that's just how he was. He's a cool dude, man.
Right.
He
I've met him a few times.
Yeah, and then I went to the TV. I'm like wiping my eyes, and there's
Towers are on
the
fire.
towers. It was crazy. I was like, "What the heck?" I regretted moving because I thought that's it. Like the whole country was being attacked or whatever. But the rest is history. But yeah, it was around that time when I moved here. And it was just that's the GameCube comes in mind because I got it shortly after, okay? And that's actually when I started gaming again, I think, because there was a period there where I was just concentrating on, the band and, we were trying to get a deal and signed and all that. So it was just hectic times.
It's crazy that you mentioned the 9/11 because there actually was a game that was supposed to come out on the Dreamcast, and they canceled it because of the type of game it was, and because of 9/11, it was called Propeller Arena.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like a plane, and you were flying around, and there was actually towers in the one of the levels. And for some reason or whatever, they didn't bring it out. Like it was complete and everything.
They nixed it, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe because they crashed into the building.
I
or
remember
something.
your singer Adam had a Dreamcast at our old studio, and he had a bunch of Dreamcast games that were burned.
Oh, that's
And
right.
That's where I learned about that because Adam
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, dude, check this game out."
Well, me too.
And
It was
I was hoping I would spark that memory, but
yeah.
so we were playing it at your old studio, and that's when I had learned about that. And then of course, the rest is history. But
yeah, Dreamcast. So I didn't actually get one though until later, and my sister's.
this is his, by the way.
Yeah, it was. I donated it to science, but or was it the other one? I don't know. I have two.
The other one behind me doesn't work. I'm currently fixing that one.
Yeah, something
This
with the
one-
laser.
This one's working.
Yeah, but when I got it, I was like, man, this is really cool because I remember just having an extra screen on the actual control, the little Game Boy looking
When
dot
that first
matrix
came out,
thing.
I thought that was really innovative.
Yeah, it was. I was like, wow, it's like part of the games here, or it was like little extras on your control while you played each game.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I remember the controls kind of being reminiscent of the Nintendo 64 a little bit because of the little spiky things, but way more comfortable, I think.
Yeah.
I never liked the N64 controllers.
The
Sorry,
64
guys.
kind of paved the way for huge clunky controllers, honestly.
It did. And then the motion stick, it just never... It messed up really easy after a while. And... but yeah, I mean... The Dreamcast, so I don't have many games for it now because there was a lot of burn games that I played for it, and they kind of disappeared. But I really like that, like, I said last time, that's my favorite, like, Sega system. Because it was...
It was a good one. They had a lot
It was
of
ahead of
unique
its
titles, for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of unique titles, and now that's why it interests me these days. My sister's husband loves Dreamcast, Nick, so he knows a lot about it, and I don't even know if that library is really big for Dreamcast, is it?
It's like 270s, 260s,
Yeah,
somewhere
it's
around
not, like,
there
massive.
for the US games.
Right. It's not like massive or anything.
Of course, the Japanese market has way more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But like some ones that, so I have, although non-burn ones that survived, I only have two. Nick got me the other one for my birthday not too a while ago, or not too long ago. It was called, it's called Wild Metal.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, hey, man, this one's fun. It's just like...
It's a cool one.
Yeah, it's just brainless fun.
Crazy Taxi and Sonic
Crazy
Adventure
Taxi,
2, or the first one.
Or Twisted Metal 2 came out, right, on it?
No, not... That was PlayStation.
It was? I
there
thought
was
they made it for Dreamcast.
Vigilante 8, I
Okay.
believe, is the Dreamcast. Well, that was also
Version
on,
of
like...
it?
It was on 64 and a couple other systems, but it was very similar gameplay style.
And then Neo with that blue guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but just most of those were burned games. That's why I don't have the actual covers anymore. They're like laying around somewhere. But that was another thing. You could just burn them, kind of like the 360. But great system. If you haven't played it and you want to kind of try out some retro stuff, definitely recommend the Dreamcast.
I picked it up at Kmart, another Kmart pickup from in 1999. See, Trick Style and Sonic Adventure Part 1 were the
Trick
first
Style
games.
is what?
It's
a
like
skater
a
game?
hoverboard.
Oh, hoverboard. Okay.
Like it's kind of like
Back to the
snowboarding,
future.
but hoverboarding.
Nice.
And I could never figure out how to play that game. It was a waste of money in my eyes because I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people that were really good at it, but I just could never get the hang of it. So,
So what games did you... Are those all that you got, or did you get some later?
Well, no, I used to have the whole set.
Oh, did you?
100% whole set from
Oh, right, because it was only 200 something.
yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't until like 2007 or 2008 when I completed the North American Dreamcast set, and I ended up parting ways with it later
Right.
on before I bought this house to kind of like help pay for that and stuff, but. It's not as much as getting rid of the TurboGrafx stuff, but I still kind of wish I had it because there's a lot of good games. Jet Grind Radio was a really fun one. It's
Yeah,
like a
never heard of it.
rollerblading game.
Yeah, a lot of games
A
came
lot of
out
good
on
fighters on that system too.
They were great games, almost like indie stuff. Like you wouldn't hear of these, but they were like really good games on there.
Mm-hmm.
Surprising that, and I don't know. I guess that's why Sega after that, kind of went to arcades more, and they started getting into making figurines and other things afterwards.
There is a cult following of people that really
yeah.
want another Dreamcast system.
Yeah, and I think the timing was wrong, in my opinion, too.
Yeah,
this
system really just killed everybody.
Yeah, so now that we're referencing this, PS2, so, this was one of the first systems, or was it the first, that you can lay it down and also stand it up.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
And a lot of people bought it because, DVD players were new at the time, so
That's right.
it was like a twofer.
Yeah, because the parents were like, well, we can use it as a DVD player too, and our kids can play games on it, so, all in one. Mm-hmm. And this system has, occupies a good memory bank in my head because one of the first games that I played on this was actually a PlayStation 1 game. Okay, you'll take that out later.
And take it out now. This is the game of the week.
There you go.
Go
Game of the week.
Let's wrap it all up together.
Castlevania
Symphony of the Night. My all-time favorite Castlevania, probably also in my. If I had to pick a top 5 all-time games, that's one of them for me.
Yeah. And as you know, I mentioned last episode that this guy just has this whole game memorized, and
including the glitches.
Right. But when I played this game, I think that really got me into Metroidvanias. I was like, man,
fantastic.
This is so cool.
The music, dude, it was just amazingly executed.
And you think you're done, and then it flips the whole map around.
Oh, yeah. My wife's brother actually loves this game, too. He was just texting me about this the other day. Or our brother. Yeah.
Right. And it's funny that I associate the PS2 with this game, and this game's actually a PlayStation 1 game, but that's one of the first ones I played at my old house with that.
On the PS2? You didn't actually play a PS2 game on the PS2?
I did. I mean, I had...
At first, I mean.
Yeah, I had GTA 3. I had, what was it? Supercar Street Challenge. I mean, these games I got for dirt cheap.
You know what's funny is everybody associates the PS2 that I've talked to with Grand Theft Auto,
right,
and Guitar Hero.
Yeah,
or the drums.
Yeah. Well, see, Guitar Hero, we played that on the Xbox 360 later on, and my sister bought the Beatles version.
All that, though.
Yeah, it did, and so great system.
Actually, there were some instrument kind of games for the PS1, but it didn't really take off until the PS2, at least in America.
Yeah, because I remember PS1. That's the one the game I associate with that system is, of course, Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah,
and I had a PS1 during college years. Mm-hmm. I graduated in '98, and I had it then. So I took it to my dorm room, and me and my friends were just rocking that thing for a long time. And I still remember that intro, the PlayStation 1. Still my favorite.
Is this like a side quest to the side quest?
It's not, because we're talking about PlayStation, so it's just...
Yeah.
I'll pop it up later, but I mean, just hearing that just brings back like a feeling like, nostalgic hit. Boom!
Mega Man 8 and Twisted Metal 2 were the first two games for the PS1 for me. And yeah, those...
So Mega Man 8 was cool.
A lot of people didn't like that, but I loved that game. It was different.
Yeah. Well, after 6, they were like, what are we going to do? And then 7 came out. That was
7
different.
kind of flopped, though.
It did. And that was the first change. Sometimes people don't like change. So from 6, went to 7, it looked totally different. They were trying something new, more cartoony,
it wasn't
different.
Completely different until X came out.
Yeah, and then X was X was great on SNES and NES. I love Mega Man X.
I like how fast-paced it was, or is.
Right, and the music is just, I think on all Mega Mans, whoever does the music for Mega Mans, good job.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that soundtrack's always good and rocking. Very energetic. But, so that was PS2. I don't know if you wanted to mention anything else about PS2.
I mean, I could mention a few things. So,
sure.
I bought it, I think, like the first or second week. I had actually gotten my first credit card, and it was a Sears card, but it was a Visa Sears card.
That was the beginning of the end.
It was actually my mother that co-signed or somehow added me to hers because I didn't have credit at the time.
Yeah, she put you as an authorized user.
Yeah, so I was trying to build my credit up. So she's like, here,
That's nice of her.
She gave me a limit. And so I was like, well, it's my birthday. PS2 just came out.
Boom.
So we went to Best Buy at the time, and I got that.
Still around.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Thankfully. We need some retail stores.
One of the survivors.
Right. The Bouncer was actually the first game I bought.
And never heard of it.
It's like a Final Fight, like a beat 'em up kind of game.
Okay.
It was fun.
Just mashing buttons.
It had a pretty a similar story. You had to save your girlfriend from the bad guys.
Of
kind
course.
thing. But the next game, the next game I picked up was Extreme
There's
G.
one for you.
Yeah,
Extreme G. Yeah,
The
I remember
part-
playing that.
the third one.
Oh, okay.
That was like
I don't know if it was part 3.
that was like basically F-Zero for the PS2, but you were on like a speed bike kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the tracks were just crazy. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with Extreme G on the 64, the very first one.
That's cool.
I loved that game, but I could only play it when I was high. if I was sober, I could never figure it out. I don't know, maybe because it's so fast and I was so slowed down, I could
Right.
actually focus on it,
Yeah.
which sounds really stupid. That doesn't make any sense, but
Yeah.
it worked out for me in that regard. So, but I mean, there were a lot of great games on the PS2. I mean, we had
Yeah.
Final Fantasy X, which we touched on in
Oh,
last
yeah.
episode, Kingdom Hearts.
Ball. Yeah, but
A lot of
comment,
good RPGs.
comment. Let us know what your favorite game, not only for PS2, but what your favorite game for PS2 was, and all these systems. Just comment to see what your number one pick was. Like if there was no other game made, just one game for each system, what would you pick? Curious to know. So please share that with us.
So I'll mention this one because when I first discovered this, I fell in love with it. I mean, I played the original on the Nintendo, but Rygar, which not a lot of people knew about on the PS2, super awesome game. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the
much-
original Rygar was awesome.
It
So.
was, but this was like really, not poorly, but it was really, really well executed. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
And it still had the platforming aspect, but in a 3D sense. And I don't know, it was super fun for me. So
Yeah. A funny story about Rygar. This guy lent Rygar to me on Wii, right?
same game, but for the Wii.
Yep. And for some reason, I don't know if it was, because I moved multiple times at that time or whatever, it just got lost.
It was like an enhanced version.
So
of this
one day, do you have it now?
I don't.
Okay. So one day for his birthday or Christmas or something, I'll surprise him with a copy of that.
It's
Because
still pretty cheap.
I still feel bad about that.
I think it's like $15.
Yeah.
It wasn't very well received.
No, but
But
still, it's just.
If you've never played it and you've played the original Rygar, whether it be arcade or Nintendo, you should try that one or find a copy of it. It's really good.
Yeah, Rygar 1 for me, NES. I mean, childhood memories. Great game.
I actually have it for the Nintendo Play Choice arcade.
Nice.
And I will go through the whole game every now and then.
I just remember his weapon on that was so unique, too.
Right.
It's just like,
It was called a disc armor.
yeah, it looks like a yo-yo
Right.
with spikes. It was cool. It's like, it's... And then the part that freaked me out was always like going in the sky and going to those towers and then that genie just kind of floating there. He always kind of like creeped me out for some reason as a kid. I don't know why. And there was like the creepy music, I think,
Oh yeah.
when you go there. And he's like, he gives you tips and gives you stuff. I forgot.
It was like really slow and kind of melancholy, the music, if I remember.
Yeah. That song. But
So Xbox, did you?
Oh, yeah.
How did you come across that? Like, was it a roommate thing? Did you buy it? Like, I feel like I've bought all these game systems like
Yeah.
on day one,
yeah.
and you've acquired them.
Yeah,
later,
I've
so-
acquired them. I had a lot of stuff going on. But Xbox really wasn't a part of my life, which is funny. I always played other people's Xbox.
That's your Xbox, by the way, that I fixed for you.
Right, long time ago. But see, again, I got it like later or whatever. The one that I remember the most is Xbox 360. But we're talking about the Xbox right now. I'll let you take over that because I know, you got Halo stories or whatnot.
no, actually, so I didn't buy an Xbox till later.
you too. Okay.
I remember it coming out, and I was like so focused on the PS2 and music at the time and whatever, and GameCube as well, and I had my retro systems, and funny enough, I worked at Bookman's in the electronics department, so I had access to like anything at any time, and whenever somebody would trade one in, and people would just trade games in or systems in all the time or whatever, and I just never really took an interest in the Xbox. And then one day, hanging out at Best Buy, checking out, see if I could find a new game for the PS2. Me and my girlfriend at the time were like, how could we justify like buying an Xbox? And she was like, well,
Just kidding.
well, how about this? If you can find at least 10 games for the system, it'll make it justifiable to purchase it, because
That's fair.
I couldn't, a lot of the games on the Xbox were same on the PS2.
Yeah.
Maybe graphically a slight bit better on the Xbox processor-wise, because it's basically a PC. So I was looking around, and I narrowed it down one day to...
But this was Microsoft's first,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
it was a big deal because we all grew up on Windows and PC. So
Definitely.
Anyway.
So we were looking around, and I narrowed it down one day to Whiplash, Voodoo Vince, Morrowind, which you could actually play on the PS2 as well, I believe.
yeah.
Midtown Madness 3, which is a Microsoft exclusive. Blinks, which is like a platformer. You play a cat that like changes time
Yeah.
or whatever.
Weird.
Or, yeah, you can like stop time or whatever. Wolfenstein, the first one, not the original PC one, but the first one for the Xbox. It was called Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Yep, I remember that.
That was a fun one.
I played that years later on another system. That was a good game.
Right. Fable, which is also an
Fable.
Xbox.
That was huge.
Xbox exclusive. And then Gauntlet Dark Legacy, which I later instead got it for the PS2 and finished that, which also used to own the arcade of that.
Yeah, he had Gauntlet Legends, the whole...
Oh my God, that thing took my whole freaking living room, dude.
It was like a pedestal and a huge monitor.
Jade Empire, Oddworld, the second one. I think it was Munch's Odyssey.
Yeah.
Those were the 10 justifiable games, but I still actually never bought one. It wasn't until I figured out how to mod them.
Right.
And
Tinker Master here.
my buddy Roscoe at the time, he was the first singer for my first band. He had this or that Xbox down there, and he never played it. Like he was so busy with work.
Yeah.
He just gave it to me. And so
Awesome deal.
I was like, bro, I gave him like $50. He's like, all right. So, but originally he was just going to give it to me.
Yeah.
And then I took it to work and modified it, put a 120 gig hard drive in it. And,
Western Digital, probably.
You can figure out the rest of what I did to it because I worked in an electronics
Did you
department.
put a Western Digital in it?
It actually, yeah, it was a Western Digital Black.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's funny.
knowing how to mod Xboxes and working where I worked, I was able to get a bunch of games. And then
That's cool.
So yeah, that long story short, that's kind of how I got the Xbox basically for $50 and never really had to narrow it down after that because I got
Rest
to
is
play,
history.
play
What was
whatever I
wrong with
wanted.
mine anyway?
The power supply.
Of course. Just like my PC power supply.
That one actually needs a disk drive too. So we just need to replace that and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It opens, but it doesn't read discs. So.
Well,
The dreaded CD-ROMs that just never read discs anymore after a certain
Yeah.
amount of time.
and then the dreaded Red Ring of Death on the 360, right?
Never actually had that happen to mine.
I had it once, but luckily it never happened again. It was just kind of a one-time deal, and I just rebooted it, and it was fine. Disconnected it, put it back. So perfect segue into Xbox 360.
Did you buy yours brand new, or I don't remember how you got your 360.
I don't either.
I was going to say, it looks like you don't either.
It's been a while. But I have a great story. I have a couple great stories associated with the 360. Well, there's two of them, right? So, my friend Bob, I'll mention this one first because he's like, "Hey, man, did you mention that we did this?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, but he hasn't watched all the episodes yet." So we were. Bobo was one of my best friends, and he played guitar in our band and all that. I grew up with him in El Paso, and
He was my old guitar players too.
Yeah, knew him in high school. So shout out to Bob Candle. I'll just call him Candle, Bob Candelaria. But
Great dude.
yeah, he was
Brother
rooming
for sure.
Yeah, he was rooming with this guy Eric, and he actually worked at a Gumby's Pizza, which was a place in Tempe, I believe.
Dude, I always wanted to try them, and then they closed.
Yeah, that pizza was actually pretty good.
I heard they were open till like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
or not 4 a.m, but you could get pizza from there at like 3 or 4 in the morning or something like that.
They had a great business model, man, because all the potheads and people they're just drinking, college town, they were open and they did good for a while. But anyway, he was living there with Eric. And I used to just go over and visit, and we used to game a lot. And for the 360, we had Halo 1, the first one. So obviously, you couldn't play that online with people.
It was backwards compatible.
It was backwards compatible, so yeah. So what we did...
I never liked Halo, by the way.
I love Halo. Any Halo fans out there?
He still likes Halo.
I do.
I could never get into it.
And I'm kind of out of the loop. I mean, the last one I played was... the newest one that came out, and I just got it on the PC.
Around the same time, for me, it was Quake 3, Arena,
right. But
Half-Life.
Master Chief Collection, and then this one that just came out, I think it was, I don't know. It's the new Halo, guys. But it doesn't... I played that...
dementia.
I am.
Just kidding.
It happens in your 40s. Actually, I'm past my mid-40s now, so that's crazy. But anyway...
Right.
Because the journey is what you usually remember anyways. But we were playing with this guy, Bob. Let me know what that guy's name was, but he lived below them, in the apartment below them, directly below them. And his gamer tag or whatever in Halo was that guy. That was his name. So I always remember that, and he was really good, and he used to kick our butts, and actually Bob played him for a long time, and he actually got good playing that guy.
I always thought Bob just played sports games.
I know, and but he didn't actually.
I know, because he mentioned in the comments on episode 1 a few NES titles, and I was like, wait, I thought you only liked Madden.
No, he actually played other things too, but... So what we did, we used the, was it the Ethernet cable? We were on the apartment above this guy, that other guy, that guy, I forgot his name. Bobo, comment, remind me what his name was. But we connected it. We put the TV in front of the window. The kitchen was over here. And we ran that cable outside the window into this guy's apartment window downstairs into his Xbox.
This is before Wi-Fi.
This was before Wi-Fi, guys. And that's how we played together, like without him being there. So it was like...
It's a LAN party, but...
Yeah. To us, though, that was like amazing. We're like, hey, why don't we do this? Right? And it worked. And we were just throwing sticky grenades at each other and just
probably had to have like a 50-foot cable, too, because...
Yeah, it was pretty long.
And they weren't cheap back then.
Yeah. I mean, it was only... The apartments were, I think, only 2 stories. So, it just had to go from one to the other. But, man, we had so many hours of gameplay doing that. And... that was so fun because that was innovative to me. I mean, you couldn't do that with Nintendo or whatever. It was crazy. So,
well, they did actually come out with a LAN adapter for the Dreamcast and for the GameCube eventually. But I don't know if you could, do what you did with the Xbox with the GameCube or the Dreamcast. You probably could, but I never experienced that.
Yeah,
until the Xbox, and then the PS2 came out with a LAN adapter later as well with the hard drive and like Final Fantasy 11, so you could play that online or something.
I think PS1 had like a modem too or something like that. That was
Super Nintendo had a modem at one time too, and
weird.
It just never took
off.
It
missed me. I was like,
same. I didn't.
They didn't advertise it really that much.
It was just like a blip.
Yeah. But the other cool story, and then that'll be my Xbox section here, but you know which one I'm going to talk about. Me and this guy. So
the trailer story.
Yeah. So the 360 was very moddable, okay, which was really cool. And
the original Xbox paved the way for that.
Yes. So we're like, man, it's kind of like a PC. You can mess with it and put stuff in it and, put another hard drive in it or whatever. So there was like this Craigslist I think, ad saying, "Hey, I can mod your Xbox for so
That's
and
all we
so
had
money."
at the time was Craigslist.
Yeah, it was
wasn't, like,
Craigslist,
OfferUp or
and I'm
anything
like-
then at that time.
I'm like, "What?" And it was like for $25, something real cheap. And it was some part of town here in Arizona, I think Mesa probably.
It was like it was the ghetto of Phoenix, dude. We drove like somewhere in the middle of Phoenix.
It was either Phoenix or way east somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe AJ. I don't know what. So anyway,
I remember it took us like a half, maybe 45 minutes to get there.
right. And the guy asked, and he said, just buy a Western Digital, hard drive, and I'll do it for you. I'm like, okay. So we go and drive to this place, and you need
It was
a code.
really sketchy.
Yeah, you need a code to get in and all that, and it was basically a trailer park, and
Like rundown tweaker hee-haw kind of trailer park.
yeah. And then we go up there. We're like, "Is this a place? Okay, let's check it out." So he had like a gatekeeper at the door. It was funny. It's like, "Are you here for the Xbox mod?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "You Nate?" "Yeah." It's like, "All right, you got it." It was like a drug deal or something.
Dude,
it was weird.
He made us wait outside.
And you see this guy, I kind of peek in, and he's behind a computer, like going. It's like, okay.
It's like, I can mod your Xbox for you for like $25. He gave you a folder with like a bunch of games, and he's like, pick out what you want.
Yeah, it was like a binder, guys, with like
He probably
the games.
talks like this too.
Yeah, he's like, "Any game you want, I'll give you a discount if you want. It'll only take about an hour tops," right? So we looked at it. We're like, okay, shoot, we'll just put this and put this on there. And he put an OS on there, I think, because it was different. Like when you turned it on and all that, it looked different. So, but it was really cool. He put the hard drive in there, put some games on there. The operating system was different. And he gave it the ability to burn games too.
I wonder if he put a mod chip in it.
Probably.
'Cause they have mod chips for those.
Yeah. So my favorite part about it was Blockbuster was still around. I went with my wife there when
We're
we
about
looked
to
on the
enter a
website.
gray area.
Right. So exactly. But you know what? No one cares anymore, I don't think. But whatever. So I was able to go to Blockbuster,
Remember,
rent
kids,
games.
make sure you own the original
Exactly.
if you're going to make a backup.
Exactly.
Disclaimer.
Right here. So we went there, and I remember one of them was Ninja Gaiden 2, which was a super hard game.
So freaking hard.
Yeah, so I rented it, burned it on my new modded Xbox. It took forever, but it burned it on the actual hard drive, and I had it, guys, for free. I would rent it.
Well, you paid what, $3.99 for a couple of days?
Or whatever the rental fee was,
Right.
but I would just get all my games that way, and I would just burn them. And I remember with like Ricky, we played one of those.
illegal.
Right? We played one of those games and beat it, which was Gears of War 3.
I never played any of those.
Yeah, they were fun. They're more fun with other people. But yeah, that's my Xbox 360 story. That had like just brings me good memories though, because you can actually, for the first time that I know of, you can actually do stuff to it. Mm-hmm. And this guy actually learned how to do it. I just found
Not on the 360, just the Xbox.
Okay.
I never modded an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, but I just kind of got out of the whole modding thing once I got a PS3.
Yeah.
But 360 for me was actually my favorite Xbox system.
Oh yeah.
Believe it or not.
Me too. Hands down.
Even though I liked modding the original Xbox, it was fun. I did it for a multitude of people. So the 360 just took the cake for me. I had a lot of games on that. Prey was one of my favorites. It was like a first person shooter game with like
That was my phone.
where I was just making sure the camera didn't blip out
No,
again
I
like
think-
it did earlier.
It says Ricky is playing Fire Emblem Warriors.
Nice. Side quest.
Switch online. Yep.
So Prey was like you were like attacked by aliens, or your girlfriend was taken by aliens or something, and
Yeah.
then you entered their ship, and like you would go through these portals, and then you would end up on the ceiling. And then, it was crazy innovative and really different, but the story actually was really cool and the gameplay was really fun.
Nice.
So I don't know if you ever played that one, but
I have not.
That's like
You guys, let us know.
a lot of people probably played the first Prey because the second one came out like 10, 15 years later on the PS4.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I have that, but it wasn't very good.
No?
No, dude, they did not do the first one any justice at all with the second game. It actually got canceled for a while, and then Bethesda took it over and brought it back, Bethesda, however you say it. And it just didn't. It wasn't very good.
It's a city or something in Washington.
You know what's crazy is a lot of the Bethesda games are usually top notch,
Skyrim.
but that one sucked ass. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say Skyrim and that. No comparison.
But I mean, Soul Calibur, I think 3 or 4 came out on the 360. I played the crap out of that game.
Right.
And then
I
that
did
was
play that was cool.
I'm not a digital downloads person per se, but that was actually the first time I played Ori.
Oh,
In
really?
the Blind Forest.
Yeah, see, I totally missed it until recently.
And the only reason I bought it was because, they did promotions and stuff, so I was able to get it cheap. But there was a 3D marble game, kind of like Marble Madness.
Really?
Where you just move your marble across like these paths and just get them to the end of the level, kind of like Monkey Ball, but a little more basic. And it just had hundreds of levels, and that game was fun. I think it was called Marble Ultra or something like that.
Didn't Alan have Monkey Ball?
The arcade he did.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it was
the arcade.
It was our friend Dale.
Or was
Dale
it Dale?
had
I thought
Monkey
it was
Ball.
Alan. Okay.
Alan was. It was Dale and Alan. They were like together, like hanging out.
Gotcha.
When he brought it over. So
Yeah.
but
That's the first time I heard of it.
the
And that
arcade was
like,
actually pretty cool.
what, like 10 years ago? That's about it.
He brought it. I think he brought it over to ZapCon and was asking me to fix it.
Yeah, and that's the first time I actually played it was the arcade version. But I was aware that it came out on 360.
GameCube.
Hardest game on the game or 360 that I played was Dark Souls 2.
Oh, nice.
And then the later Dark Souls, I just gave up, guys. That was crazy. I think I mentioned that before. But the ones I still have is that one, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1.
On the 360?
Yeah.
Nice.
GTA 4, okay, because that was like the big thing. Ninja Gaiden 2, which I burned. Gears of War 3, Resident Evil 5, which I played with Ricky. We actually played that all the way through Uroboros.
I stopped liking Resident Evil after Code Veronica.
No, Part 5 was really cool.
Four was when they started getting faster paced. I was just like,
Yeah.
no.
And then this game called The Darkness.
Oh, dude, I have that for
Remember
PS3.
that? Yeah.
You like
So
rip people's hearts out
Yeah.
and like eat them or something, and it changes you.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I
It's
finished
pretty
that
gory.
game on the PS3.
It's a
actually,
pretty dark game.
it is
The Darkness.
it is very demonic.
Yeah.
It's got a really cool story though. If you can get past like all the crazy violence.
Yeah, but those are the games that I remember. And then of course the Halos, there was 3, 4, and Reach that I still have on that system. And then of course Mass Effect became huge, but that was the first one I played was on the 360.
An exclusive for the 360 for me was Cameo.
Cameo.
Yeah. You were like a chick and then you could like change into different creatures and they had different abilities that would get you, into other areas and stuff depending on their ability. It was actually a pretty cool game.
And it's weird
Almost knocked
because
over my water.
you spend years gaming and all this, and some games you don't remember, but if you see it, you're like, oh yeah, I played
It
that.
just floods in. You're like,
Yeah.
oh wait.
Because you might have played it just for a brief moment or something, or at a friend's house or whatnot. But yeah, that's GameCube. That's Xbox 360.
So, as far as Xbox 360 games for me, you mentioned quite a few, so I really don't have to like be
Well,
redundant.
those that I mentioned, those are the ones I still have. Like,
I played a lot of those as well. You didn't mention Perfect Dark Zero. That was a good game as well, or also for 3D shoot 'em ups. Like I said, I never really got into Halo, but I did like the other.
That hurts me.
I did like other ones. I didn't like
It's
Call
a
of
different
Duty
type
either.
of game. Yeah, honestly, I agree with you there. And sorry, guys out there who are Call of Duty fans, I just can't vibe with it.
No,
I'm
more of a adventure RPG.
Yeah.
I did play,
But love Halo.
Samurai Warriors, or no, Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors, the very first one I played on the 360. That was my like introduction to the.
Well, Dynasty has samurais in it, so that's why.
Yeah. Well, there's a Samurai Warriors game as well, but that was the first time I'd ever played a game where you've just got hordes of enemies coming at you, and you're just slashing, doing combos, and like jumping around. That was really fun, actually.
The only other name or samurai name game I remember for that was Samurai Showdown.
Oh yeah, no, that
Neo
was
Geo.
Yeah,
Right.
fun. I played a game on the PS3 called Onimusha, but that was more slow paced, like Resident Evil.
PS3, bro. Just kidding.
That thing's bigger than all the rest of these, so it wouldn't fit.
It's right here.
Yeah.
You got the. Yeah, didn't they come out with the slimmer version later?
Yeah, my son has that one.
This is like
This is
the
day
OG.
one right here. 60 gig.
He has the clunker, the tank.
So that's perfect leading into the PS3. It was a day one purchase for me, and it was really a hefty price tag for that system. But
Now explain day one purchase.
Another day one purchase. You know, I sound like a freaking spoiled kid, but as an adult, I was able to.
As soon as they came out, he got it.
Right.
Basically.
I mean, but I was working, so it was my own money at that point. But
there you go.
I think it had a price tag of $6.99 when it first came out.
Jeez,
and
that was a lot for back then.
It was. So they side quest here. I want to touch on something. Speaking of prices, so people bitch about the price of games now. Like some PS5 games are $100. A lot of the Nintendo Switch 2 and Switch 1 games being $60 and $70. The prices have not really changed that much in the last 30 years of gaming. I mean, growing up in the 80s, we paid $74.99, I think, for a game like Phantasy Star for the original Master System. I remember paying $80 for Final Fantasy III in the 90s at Babbage's.
I remember that place.
Donkey Kong Country, the first
Great
one, I
store.
believe. It was $59.99 at Target, like 92, 93.
Yeah.
And then Donkey Kong Country 2, when that came out, it was like $69.99 average price
Wow.
everywhere.
Phantasy Star I played on Xbox first. Crazy.
Right. The online one.
Yeah, the online one.
So, like, I don't know. I see the prices and I get why people are upset because, you know, times are a little tougher now than they were back then, you know, depending on who you were or whatever. I mean,
Right.
you know, not to get all political or anything, but
Yeah, we don't do that on this channel.
yeah, but I mean, console price wise though, that was probably the most expensive console other than the 3DO. When the Neo Geo home console, I believe, was like $600 in the 90s as well, and
Damn.
you know, you didn't have one of those unless you had like
Wasn't
upper middle class parents,
right? And I remember
and the games were like the size of VHS.
we used to
tapes.
call them rich kids, but
Yeah.
they're the ones who had like the Panasonic and all the stuff that we didn't have.
Right.
I was like, what is that?
I did acquire a Panasonic 3DO, as I mentioned.
course you did.
In the, but that's the only thing I got for Christmas that year. I mean, it was like $600.
The only thing.
I'm not complaining,
Sky, dude. Well, we obviously grew up a little differently, which is cool. I mean, it's not, but
I mean, for only having one parent working at the time,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they went into debt for it and wanted to like spoil their kids. I don't
Casino
ask
winning.
questions. My parents did.
Keno.
They're doing okay now. Probably, actually, yeah, honestly. But anyways, so back to the PS3. It was $6.99, and The first model actually had hardware, PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 all built into it, all the chips.
That's so cool.
It wasn't until the 80 gig, I think, is when they brought more of the emulation out for the backwards compatibility. So
quick question. This was Blu-ray, I remember.
Yes.
Was PS2? Or was it just DVD?
Just
okay,
DVD.
so this was the first Blu-ray.
right. And then the 360 was HD DVDs.
Okay.
So
Because that's one
they had to be
thing.
different.
That's one thing I remember because, again, PS3 kind of just missed me in history. I have one and I still do, and I played some games for it, which I'll mention here in a bit. But my wife actually just used it for a Blu-ray player for years.
Same, dude. Actually,
Isn't
we
that
used
weird?
that for a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
We got it as well.
It's like, man, that's an expensive Blu-ray player.
Right. But it was cool because it played, all three systems, and
So you can
You
play this on PS3,
yeah,
essentially.
and it didn't have any emulation issues because all the hardware was built in. So
Yeah.
I mean, it did have its own type of bugs or whatever, but
Right.
but funny thing is
But
I got
I heard that crack.
cracked. I hit puberty at 45.
It's like you went way back in history there.
I mean,
dude.
this is retro
It's
after
like
all.
time warp there.
wanna-
Hey.
Yeah. Like run Scoob. So
Oh man.
that was actually a Walmart purchase because I don't even know if Kmart had PS3s.
Heck yeah.
I mean,
well,
Kmart
Walmart
was-
stepped it up after a while.
Yeah, they did.
So
And Kmart actually didn't go away until a few years ago, but
right.
so bought it at Walmart, got it home, didn't even turn it on. I pulled it out of the box
Yeah.
and I took it apart
Jeez.
because
Right
I wanted
away.
to know where the hell the hard drive was at.
Yeah.
I was like, I
what
wanted to see what made this thing tick.
Yeah.
So actually my girlfriend at the time got pissed. She's like, "You haven't even played that yet and you're taking it apart." And I'm like, "It's because I want to install Linux on it." Because I was in like a phase at the time.
I want to install Linux on my PS3.
I was because of the modding of the Xbox and whatnot. I was in a Linux phase. I wanted to install Linux on everything. I had it on my cell phone. I had it on like PDAs at work
Yeah.
because PDAs were out back then.
Linux was a big part of our time back then.
So, and when the PS3 came out, you could put Linux on it and still have your PS3 games, but then you could install emulators on it as well.
That's awesome.
So that was the first thing I actually did on my PS3 before I even played a game on it.
Yeah.
It was
wow.
it was fun.
That's crazy.
I don't know the first game that I bought for it, but
Yeah.
played a grip. I have a whole bunch of PS3 games.
Yeah.
Still.
I don't have very many, but I'll go through them real quick since I don't. The ones that stick out to me, of course, that I remember actually playing all the way through were the Castlevania Shadow.
Lords of Shadow.
Lords of
Those
Shadows.
were hard.
Yeah, 1 and 2. I played some
I never
of,
played those.
I played some of 2. Part 1, I got stuck on one of the Titans. If you played that. It was hard to me back then. I never revisited it. That's one thing that I need to finish in my life is just to go back and beat those because...
Didn't you play them on 360 too? Or at least the first one?
No, not the Lords of Shadow. It was until PS3 that I played it. And then the ones that I have left are Ratchet and Clank, what was it? Tools of Destruction? Yeah. Destiny was kind of a big one. Uncharted, of course, came out with a bunch of sequels later. And then, of course, that's when I played the...
Uncharted reminded me of like the guy version of Tomb Raider.
Yeah. And then Final Fantasy 13 Part 1, which I played on 360, I actually have X13 or 13.2 from Ricky. He bought me that for PS3. And then, of course, you got the Final Fantasies. The one where I asked you on the last one, what's the one with all girls? It was X and X2. That's on there, the HD remaster.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I thought they came out with that on the PS4, but I guess it is the PS3.
It is the PS3 right here. Look, proof.
Oh, you're fine.
and then the Castlevanias, the 2 Lords of Shadow. That's it. Like that's all I own right now for PS3. I've played more games, but that's what I ended up with.
Believe it
too
or not,
many.
I played a lot of the Lego games on the PS3.
Oh, cool. Like Harry Potter's or Batman
Star
or anything like
Wars,
that. Star Wars.
Batman, Indiana Jones.
Nice.
They were super fun. I don't
Yeah.
I don't really play them nowadays, but back then when the Lego games first came out,
Yeah, no, our
in my
kids-
20s, I was like, oh,
Our kids
Legos.
love the Lego stuff.
And then Minecraft, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I played so many hours of Minecraft on the PS3.
Right. Funny story about Minecraft, really quick. Obviously, the first one I played ever, I was introduced by Ricky. It was on the phone. It was Minecraft
remember
Mobile.
that. You guys used to sit on the couch and
And we used to connect to each other and just play Minecraft on our phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. A lot of people don't even know about that. I don't think. Because Minecraft just got huge, but I was like, man, this was one of the beginning stages of it, and I loved that game. And I actually have a lot of good memories with, our kids playing me together. They introduced me to it.
You called me, you're like, I just built my house in Minecraft.
Yeah. And actually, Ricky, he made an exact replica of the house we were renting back then.
That's right.
He's like, here's the kitchen and the living room. I'm like, dude, that's really good. I was pretty impressed. So
It's like Legos for adults.
yeah. But that's my PS3, and sorry for that. Not really a side quest, kind of, but the Minecraft thing. Just a memory popped up. That's what happens around here in these parts.
Yeah.
Memories pop up. So that was PS3. You got anything else on that system that you want to mention?
I mean, I have the most memories for the PS3 out of all the PlayStations back then. I mean, my favorite PlayStation still to this day, which we might cover in another episode, is the PS4.
Oh, yeah.
And the PS5 is growing on me, too. I have a lot of really good games for the PS5 that I need to play. But as of right now, PS4, they really, stepped it up when the PS4 came out.
And their library is just huge, and it's still going.
A lot of good games on there, too.
There's no way I'm going to collect that. There's no way. But yeah, a lot of games, good remakes, everything. And you know this, it's my favorite control of all systems.
It's comfortable.
Is the PS4. For some reason, it just feels, in my hands, perfect.
You don't like the PS5?
I like the PS5. Of course I do. I mean, who doesn't like this, right?
Yeah, it's comfortable, too.
And I have bigger hands. It fits good. It's very comfy. But for some reason, the
PS4
PS4
still just...
For some reason, it's a little smaller. It's perfect.
Right.
Now, this does more stuff, obviously. I love
like
this.
the active triggers on the PS5.
Yeah, and the little lights pop up, and you can do this to it, and, it has a sensor on there and everything, and a speaker.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but...
Astrobot, great game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you love that game.
I do. I need to finish that, actually.
Yeah, Astrobot. But of course, last time we mentioned those two, the Astro's Room and that.
That was games. For the pickups.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a good system, PS4 for sure. I never played.
Yeah. We'll talk more about the PS4 next time because there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we could have a 12-hour episode about just everything, but we want to continue this every week, not just one episode. So.
Honestly, that's when I really had love for the PlayStation was PS4. Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, the first three, they were good. Introduced us, but I have a lot of PS4. I collected more PS4 games than anything else on PS. It was PS4. Same. The library is just great.
A lot of obscure titles, and then of course,
Stray. You just got that.
That was the PS5. Well, Stray came out on PS4 as well.
It did. I saw that.
But I was just gonna say, indie games really just surfaced.
Yep.
From the Xbox One
and guys, give those a chance. Give those a chance.
Yeah, not everything has to be AAA, dude.
Yeah, some of those indie games are some of the bit like Bloodstain, for instance. That was awesome.
Original Castlevania creator made that.
Yeah, the guy from Konami. I love that game, and I even bought the DLC, the Dominic's Curse or whatever.
I would still consider Bloodstain kind of more of a AAA title.
Yeah, but it was still.
Right.
Indie.
I mean, he had a team behind him, but yeah, you're right. He did a Kickstarter fund for that game.
Exactly. Yeah.
But Cave Story, super fun, made by one dude.
Yeah.
Maybe it was two guys. Axiom Verge, one guy.
Axiom Verge, yep.
Metroidvania.
That game that's big.
Dude, that game's amazing. Yeah. If you've never played Axiom Verge, Tom Happ. I think I saw his ass at Disneyland one time. I swear, dude. He was in line at like the Thunder Mountain Railroad or
Really?
something, but
That's
I didn't
funny.
say anything. There was a guy in front of me that looked just like him. But
You
yeah,
don't
I
want to
didn't.
be a weird fanboy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't want to fanboy here, but
Hey, are you
I-
that guy?
I definitely double dipped. Actually, I triple dipped on that. I have the special edition for the Switch and the PS4, and then I bought it
Jeez.
on the Steam as well, so I could play it on whatever I want. Because I mean, it's like Metroid. I love Metroid. I love Castlevania. So why not? It was like a homage to my
Oh, yeah.
childhood.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I never got into Xbox after the 360. It just doesn't do it for me. PS fanboy, Nintendo fanboy, all
Yeah.
the way.
I think that those are my top two. Is PlayStation and Nintendo are right here.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our viewers agree, maybe. And if you don't, let us know.
I mean, if
what is your
Sega-
favorite all-time system
For sure.
and why?
If Sega came out with another system, I would buy it. And I
Yeah.
know a lot of people that are, from the era of the Genesis and the Dreamcast would agree and they would buy it. Like if a Dreamcast 2 came out, we would all just like cream ourselves.
Right. But they're making their, fortunes now off claw machines and
Yeah.
kiddie arcade games at Peter Piper. I mean, you see the Sega logo and, me being from this era, I was just like, wow, that's a lot different. But they're making good money off it.
You know what?
And it was a
though?
good business move for them.
I really, really honestly do want to say that they need to stop milking Sonic.
Right.
I mean, Sonic's a great. Most of the Sonic games
Well,
are
they're still
fun.
milking Mario and Zelda.
I mean, touche, but still, like
That's right.
they, as far as Sonic though, like they haven't done anything new and innovative. At least with Mario, they like kind of reinvent it,
Yeah.
and then they go back and then they reinvent it.
It just seems like any Mario game is really never boring, honestly.
I have yet to play Sonic Frontiers, and it actually looks pretty cool
Oh, yeah, I got that for your son.
for PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna borrow it from him, but I've got like 1,000 other games to play right
Yeah,
now. But
same. I only have tens of games I haven't played. He has thousands.
that's
Maybe hundreds.
No, it's not thousands. But Sonic Frontiers is like the first Sonic game that has actually intrigued me in the last like 15, 20 years. Other than Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast,
Right.
I haven't really seen anything that's like I need to play that because it's either all the Sonic games from the 90s that have been just HD remasters or it's in a collection of some sort. Or
Yeah.
like Sonic Colors came out, but it looked like the same Sonic game from before, but I couldn't play it because it's color coordinated.
Right.
You know,
You need a little assistance on that. You could do it.
but yeah, I mean, there's probably I could be completely wrong. There's probably some good Sonic games for Sonic fanboys. I don't know how many times I can say Sonic in this episode. Dude.
Man, you're going to make me edit a lot on
We're
this
gonna
one.
do this. Sorry, I've only swore like 4 times.
Oh, oops. We'll come out with a new one.
But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. If there's some great Sonic games that I should know about, that have come out with since like 2005 or something like that.
Yeah.
I know that they're on like every system, but long story short, Sega needs to come out with a new system and like reinvent the wheel because the Genesis and the Dreamcast had a lot of obscure and amazing titles.
Yeah.
So, and
And there's plenty of fans still out there of it, so
mean-
I think it would do well.
dude, why not a new like Altered Beast game?
Right.
Or
That'd be great.
bring some shooters back like Thunder Force.
Yep.
Even though that was a different company, but still, like
Right.
Thunder Force was badass.
Yeah.
And Part 5 was on the PS1. It was a great game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely one of Sega Dreamcast was really before its time.
It was. I
It
just went
was.
off on like a huge tangent. Sorry.
A tangent.
Side quest.
It was definitely a side quest, but
That's fine.
yeah, I mean, like I collect figurines and stuff like that, and I still buy Sega technically because they make a lot of those.
Oh, those Sega girls.
The Sega girls,
Some
a lot
of
of
those are really detailed.
yeah, some of the just the collectibles they come up with. Period. I think they even do some of the old Nintendo stuff. Like they just took over the, making figurines of them. So, but I'm glad to see him still in the game per se somehow. You see him in the new arcades.
Is that a pun?
Yeah, it was, and that was meant. to be. So you see the claw machines, you see the newer like arcade games that you know, us old guys are like, what the heck is that? And then you see Sega, you're like, oh, Sega made that. It's crazy. The one newer arcade game that I really had fun at was Mario Kart, the one where there's multiple seats and players.
Yeah.
That was actually fun
In the arcade.
I
saw that at Sunsplash.
Yeah, and that thing must cost a
It
lot.
was like $2 to play it the first time I saw
Yeah,
it.
just to own one of those. I mean, those things have to be very expensive.
Didn't you play Luigi's Mansion in the arcade too?
I did. Yeah,
It was Luigi's Mansion 3, right?
3. Yep.
But it was different.
Yeah, you had like a, you know, his vacuum thing or whatever. You had that as like your control, and you were sucking in monsters.
Dude,
and
I looked
stuff.
up
It's
the price
crazy.
of that. It's like
It goes-
$15,000.
It's crazy. So that's.
It looks
I mean,
cool though.
Yeah, those new arcades. That's how they're making their money now, and I get it.
I'm
you
sure
know?
Sega was involved in that probably.
Yeah. So I want to go to that store in Japan. I want to go to the Tato store in
Tato has a store?
It does. It has a whole building in Japan that you can go
Oh, wow.
to. Like it has
I didn't know that.
from games to collectibles all in one and it's like 4 stories. It's
Damn.
a Taito building.
Museum and
Taito.
everything probably.
Taito or whatever it is. And of course the Nintendo store I really want to go to as well.
There's one in New York.
There's one in New York. The one I want to go to because I look at videos online is the one in Osaka. That's like probably the best one. And that's the source. I mean, you're in Japan, and so the store is much better there. It's bigger. They got more stuff. The one in New York is just very commercial. You only get a few things here and there.
Right, I could see that.
Yeah. So one day.
We're going to go on a 17-hour flight to visit a Nintendo store.
Yep.
Let's do it.
I'm going to learn Japanese just to go there.
You know, once this podcast takes off, maybe we'll get a Patreon or something,
Yeah.
and then we'll just do a whole video on...
Buy us a few 100,000 coffees, and we're good.
Right. Like, all right, next episode, we're going to Japan to
Yeah.
check out the Taito store, which we mentioned 400 episodes before this one.
Right. And, we just thank all y'all for, watching and supporting, getting a little more interaction and
Little each day.
A few more views, a few more subscribers. So, and we'll have, merch eventually. We're already coming up with ideas.
Yeah.
And, to help support us keep doing this because it takes work.
So,
Videos just don't happen. It takes work.
Right. So this last week, we're on Instagram now. So
Yes.
Retro Game Bros podcast.
Thanks to Dan.
And then, we had Facebook. Facebook has always been slow for even when we had a band. So, but we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and now we're on TikTok as well.
Yep.
And
Slowly but surely.
if you're on any of those platforms,
Yeah.
help us out.
Friend us.
Tell your buddies.
Visit us.
Tell your wives.
Yep.
Whoever likes video games.
Yep. Yeah,
Well.
just, and we always appreciate, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yep.
And just let us know, like, the comments, like I said, are very important. Just, it's interactive. Give us some ideas. Let us know what you think about, like the questions we asked earlier. Just put it down.
Yeah.
We would love to hear from you.
Everything's so fake nowadays that it's
Right.
finally kind of cool to just give people something real. It's like we're not trying to edit too much and everything's kind of off the cuff. It's
Right.
not really scripted and
It's a
it's
podcast.
like, all right, this is real. You're hanging out with us. We have a few notes, but for the most part, it's like,
Yeah. It's off the cuff.
yeah,
It's
we're
a
gonna
podcast.
stutter like old men and swear every now and then and drink beer.
And then
Spit it out, Junior.
today, Junior.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But all right, well, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.
All right.